television, did we not? But just in case you didn't see it, let me remind you what happened. African workers were on strike for higher wages. They wasn't interested in taking the system apart. They work in terrible conditions for wages that are about 10 times less than Australians doing similar work in far less harsh conditions get on a monthly basis. They were entitled to considerably higher wages. They were in struggle. And what happened was that on that day a year ago, and we know exactly how it happened, the police, the South African state, erected razor wire around them, drew up armored cars, put up policemen who had automatic rifles and powerful shotguns, and opened fire on those workers. Unprovoked, opened fire on those workers. And after they had shot them down, many of them were finished off on the ground. And the police used further helicopters and horses and other motorized vehicles to chase down many others and to shoot them. And after that, they arrested approaching 300 African workers and charged them with what they called the common purpose murder of the people that we all saw the state kill. That is how serious it is. And since then, my brothers and sisters, let us be clear. The state set up an inquiry. And whilst the inquiry has been going on, several witnesses have been shot down in cold blood. Several witnesses have been shot down in cold blood. So this is almost a year ago. So in the next month, let me say that since then, lots of people here were outside South Africa House or outside the headquarters of London. It's a London company that was responsible for this. The South African government is a neo-colonial government.
That's right.
Right? But the major capitalist holdings are right here in London. The company's here. And so people were outside their headquarters. And we have maintained a picket every Thursday since that time. And in the next month, this is the appeal, I want to invite everyone here, send your pick-me or your granny if you can't come, right? But I want to invite everyone here to come and join us outside the South African Embassy, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock each Thursday, to remind that government that we do not approve of neo-colonial murders. We approve of nothing whatsoever to do with neo-colonialism, right? It is, Americana Solidarity Campaign. We're the people who have tried to hold the demonstration together. And so, let me repeat, each Thursday, between now and the 15th of August, the picket will be there, and we invite you to come. And we are particularly keen to have as big as possible a picket on the 15th of August. So even if you can't come on the Thursday between now and then, make sure you come on Thursday 15th of August.
On Friday the 16th.
And the day after that, there'll be a public meeting. I can't give you the address. It's somewhere over in Hackney, in Hoxton, or one of them places. But we'll put out the leaflet soon. But importantly, my brothers and sisters, this is the appeal. Just as you had a duty to be here today, and were not derelict in respect of that duty, you have a duty to be outside the South African Embassy, showing your concern, your commitment against the particular form of oppression that those murders and murderers represent, which is neo-colonialism red in tooth and claw. Thank you.
I want to hear everybody saying these goods. These goods, these goods, these goods, these goods, these goods, these goods. They start, they start, to sing her thoughts, to sing more of her thoughts. Now these goods, these wow. These goods, they trapped, they stacked, they packed, back to back. Oh, facts, hidden from the facts, from the facts. Now these goods, they got wow. These goods, they got wow. These goods, taunted, they toasted, they hot boiled, they roasted, they roasted, coast to coasted, they germinated seeds, giving head, but still, you know these goods, these goods, they got wow. These goods, they got wow. These goods, cash to the shipper, they wanted them grease to the mister, shit stirrer, and his little sister, yes, these goods, they got wow. But these goods, they got wow. These goods, they got wow. Now, watch the mother swirl her herbs, as swift as the chuckers exposing some crazy brother. Divinity changing things forward, right back to the right ways of thinking, till our good seat is sprouting, whilst you're winking, or whilst you're blinking, or whilst you're winking, blinking and thinking about these goods, they got wow. And these goods, they got wow. These goods, they got wow. These goods, they got wow. We got wow. We got wow. We got wow.
Black people, what you think about the verdict in regards to Trayvon Martin situation in America?
It's quite sad, to be honest. It's quite sad. It's a modern day lynching, to be fair. And today we're here standing as one to support the cause, because what's happened in the States, I think it's something that happens daily, but this is the only one that we're seeing on a huge scale on the media. So hopefully it wakes black people up and allows us not to sleep any longer, allows us to go forward and do something about it. I think we tend to talk a lot. I think less talking, more action. That's what we need.
So brother, what do you have to say about how George Zimmerman, the white boy, killed Trayvon Martin? What do you have to say about that?
It angers me. It angers me. It's a massive injustice. The man is smiling, he's unrepentant, he's proud of his actions. He said he would never change what he did. He wouldn't go back in history and change his actions. He's proud of what he did, he stands by it. And this says everything that needs to be said about the position of black men, black women in this society we live in, which is not ours. The position we play, the position we will continue to play, unless we decide to take direct action. This is a beginning. We will carry on. We need to mobilise. There needs to be more people involved.
So what you want to say to the black people in America from here in the UK, in London, England, outside the American embassy?
Black people in the USA need to realise, as much as many of you do, the most important thing to realise is that we are one. Forget about what happened with slavery, forget about who sold who, we are one people. We are together in this. If you don't realise that, we are going to be divided and we will fall. We will continue to be walked on. We can't allow this to happen. We need to mobilise, as I said. We need to come together as one, realise we are one, educate ourselves, realise the position we play in society and realise where we need to be and understand what needs to be done to get from where we are to where we want to be.
What do you think about George Zimmerman killing Trayvon Martin and the verdict that George Zimmerman gets away with it? What do you think about that?
Well, I think justice has not been served. Zimmerman is a murderer and should be charged as such. I mean, his life, he can carry on with his life, and he's taken a life, and justice is supposed to be about treating everyone with just cause. He has done something that is quite unjust. A murderer is not allowed to walk the street. When someone steals something, they put them away to jail. This is a man that has murdered another human, and he's walking free. And you know, this is injustice, straight up injustice. It's got to take some foolish person who don't know what the law is about to set him free.
So what do you have to say to the black people in the United States, from black people over here in England, about, you know?
I think we all have to get together and fight this injustice. This is a very unjust system, and we need to fight it by all means necessary.
Okay, thank you very much. So can you tell me, as an American living in England, more about the tragic situation with Trayvon Martin?
Okay. Yeah. Living in England, I got the verdict over here at 3 a.m. I had my mom call me as soon as it happened. And immediately, the repercussions of the case were much larger than George Zimmerman, or larger than the racist police that didn't investigate the murder when it happened. Because what it did was tell black Americans who were already hesitant to go to the police for justice that they can never find it. Because of the way the justice system failed, it told black people that their lives and their sons' lives were worthless. So that was my take. I watched the Trayvon Martin case basically from 9 to 5 almost every day before I came in. And I was live tweeting it, I blogged about it, and then when I came here I checked the live tweets nearly every day on the hour whenever I could. So I was pretty up to date on what happened in the case.
So how do you, as a young black lady, feel about the racial aspect of this whole situation?
Racially, I feel like it's very racist. I don't see how they could keep race out of the case or out of the verdict, out of the courtroom. I feel like they want to pretend that race is an issue so they can continue oppressing black people in a covert way. And I think that if Trayvon Martin was not black, that he wouldn't have been stalked and killed. If he was stalked and killed, it would have been correctly investigated, and we wouldn't have had to march for 6 weeks just to get a trial.
Okay, I want to ask you a final question. So what do you have to say to President Obama about the Trayvon Martin case?
To President Obama, I have to say, first, I would like to thank him for his earlier statement of if I had a son who looked like Trayvon Martin. And I want to say to him that he got unfair repercussions from that statement because it was true in a world where the majority of people want to pretend that it's not. And I also want to say that the Department of Justice needs to take this case on as a civil rights infringement.
What do you, as a black person living in England, think about the situation with Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman killing him and the verdict and so forth? Can you speak and say what you think about it?
Well, all I know is that when I woke up Saturday morning, I had the telly on and I heard the verdict. And I thought I was dreaming. I can't believe that these people have audacity to come again with these outcomes. You know, it seems like we have to really burn fire under these people's backside before they will take note of us. Because if it wasn't for America rising up and going to the streets, we wouldn't have even had a court case. And how dare you, a year later, drag us through the courts, thinking you're going to give us justice, because it's quite clear that he wasn't guilty of nothing. You can't just go around shooting our children the way you've done. You know, you were told by the police when you made the phone call not to pursue the young boy. You were told, so what gave you the legal right to pick up a gun, to follow him because you think he's a suspect in your community because he's a black man and he's in the wrong neighbourhood, to pursue him and then have the audacity to pull a gun on him and shoot him. Right? It's outrageous because Trayvon could have been any of our children, and as Bobby said, you touch one, you touch all, because I felt it. And for all the hard work that our ancestors had gone through, and for us to feel that we've got equal rights in America or England or anywhere, it's a bad outcome, and it was a sad day. It's a sad day for the African community, right?
So, if you was to meet with President Obama, what would you have to say to President Obama about Trayvon Martin's case?
Well, you know what? They have to bring in laws to make sure that the Zimmerman goes to prison. And it seems like we've got brain damage, or we have no self-worth, or we're stupid, because it's quite clear that he was murdered. He was assassinated. It's wrong. How many more mothers have to cry and have got you with this? Our ancestors went through enough. We say enough is enough, right? I just say, you know, well, I was glad when Obama got in, because I thought the change would come. We live to see a black man being president of America, but really he's only a face, he's a puppet. He's doing the Caucasian man or continuing the other president's work. He's not working for the black community. So we might see a black face, but a black face means nothing. It means America. That black face represents America. So we have to say, we say you touch one, touch all. I'm not looking for him to make any changes. It comes, I think it's important, it's about people power. People have to make the difference. And the people are going to rise up. We're going to mobilise ourselves, and we're going to see that this whole verdict is turned around, and we shouldn't have to be taking private prosecutions and going along the long way to get justice. No, those days are gone. Our ancestors, you know, blood shed too enough for us to be going through that, right? It's quite clear the young boy was murdered, and you know, my respects and heart goes out to Trayvon's family, because from what I can see, the boy was a beautiful young man. He was well loved. He wasn't a bad boy. You know what I mean? We have to stop judging people. And, you know, that Zimmerman needs to put his hands up and say he murdered him and go where he needs to go to prison, because he placed in prison for him. Because I guarantee he ain't going to survive, right? You know, so that's all I've got to say. And I think it's very important that we continue doing these demonstrations, but we need to be out here in the American Embassy during the day, right, during their working business hours. So people who are not working, please come off your backsides, switch off your TVs, and come down, or phone this number, whoever is organising the demonstration, and see what you can do. If you can't do nothing, put a £5 envelope and send it towards the campaign, because Trayvon should not die in vain. And we don't know why certain things happen to us, you know what I mean, but change is going to come, and it's a long time coming, and we're going to see. I'm glad that I've lived to see enough uprisings in my time, and I know our people are not going to take this land down. Enough is enough, and all we have to say is black power.